On such a powerful day, which is first day of the Gupta Navaratri.
How did you get introduced to Ma Kamakya temple?
And on that Kamal is Ma Kamakya sitting with 6 heads. So that is how it is described in Kalika Purana. But when you go to the mandir, you will see all these pictures everywhere in the photo form. Because in Ved, if there was discrimination that only Brahmins can worship, can do puja, havan, and yagya, and others can't.
Somebody like you saying कि I follow the Bali Pratha. So what is your motive or agenda or?
There is nothing. It is that, as you also said, that I believe that there is a black magic that Tantra does not teach that. But when you go inside the main temple, whether Shakti Peeth is, whether Yoni Peeth is, there is no roof.
You were telling me about your guru and we are going to have this conversation about Ma Kamakya and the Mahashaktis. And for giving more insights on that, I have Sweetie S. Merchant, better known as Sweetie Didi. You can follow her on Instagram as Aura Connection. So I would like to invite her, and I would like to thank her actually that she has come for.
Thank you, Ruchika, for a warm welcome, and I thank you for inviting me on your platform on such a powerful day, which is first day of Gupta Navaratri. Yes, I am on my platform with the name of Aura Connection, and as a person on through the spirituality, I am a Das Mahavidya Guru. I am an Akashic recorder teacher, the tarot master, and Reiki grandmaster. I have done a lot of modalities, and I have been teaching also these modalities to people who are looking for the transformation, or they're looking for an extra source of income. So till date, what is the record that is captured is I have trained and transformed over 15,000 people through medium of Aura Connection.
Okay, so this transformation is through.
Okay, so Tantra is not magic. It's not what you see in movies. Tantra means liberation of your soul. It's about transformation, and it's about understanding your inner Shakti.
Okay.
And awakening that Shakti that brings a transformation. So that these transformation which I was talking about, and I have transformed people, is it can be through healing, giving energies to them and bringing that awareness and transformation in them, or there is somebody who is didn't know which path to go in spirituality, have guided them, and I have taken them on their spiritual journey. And I see a lot of my students who are now very successful healers, and they are taking my work ahead of healing people and transforming people.
Okay, and you were also telling me about your were telling me about your guru.
Before we start the session, I would like to invoke and take the blessing of my guru and all the Devi Devtas that I'm feel connected with. So I'll just start with the pranam mantra. So I'll just say Om Guru Bhyo Nama, Om Shri Param Guru Bhyo Nama, Om Shri Mahaganpate Bhyo Nama, Om Shri Mahakal Bhairav Ay Bhyo Nama, Om Shri Ma Kali Devta Bhyo Nama, Om Sarva Devi Devta Bhyo Nama. Thank you.
So we can start the session. So
Yes.
our first we would want to go into the some modality of curiosity. So curiosity comes from the fact that how did you get introduced to Ma Kamakya temple, and what's your story like?
Okay.
Because what I have seen from whatever I got to know about you and all, that you are like now it's probably you are being blessed by her, or it's all over the place for you probably. So I just want to know that. Also, my understanding is that uh, we came to know about this. Probably people know about all the Shakti pits, but this has come mainly more because of social media. We have come to know a lot about it, but I'm very curious about the fact that uh, how she has come to you in your life. Like, for example, I definitely feel this podcast is a chosen podcast. I also feel I am the chosen one, because like I told in the beginning, the day, everything matching. I mean, it's not, I don't believe so much in coincidences, so naturally it's not a coincidence. So I would like to know what's your story.
Yeah, sure. I would love to talk about it. So for me, it's not come through social media. Like you said, it's chosen. I've been chosen, and I'm the gifted. So since childhood, I would get intuitions of things happening, like maybe it's an earthquake or a flood or maybe a war or people dying. And not necessarily all the time it was about negative, but it was also positive things that are going to happen. And I used to wonder that why do I get this insights before? As a child, I didn't understand these are intuitions or these are guidance. Initially it was really very scary as a child, but then as I grew, I understand there is some shakti that is there within me which I need to work on. But I'm a Maithil Brahmin, and that means I'm from Bihar, and for us, Assam is very close. And a lot of Biharis men, they threaten their wife that they would go away to Kamakhya. So what does this simply means? That I will leave the entire family and everything, that grahast jivan, and I will go to Kamakhya and become a
So the
tantric.
men threaten their
Yeah, it's
wives.
very common in Bihar that the men do this threats to their wife to tell them that कि अगर ज़्यादा किटकिट करेगी, ज़्यादा आवाज़ करेगी तो मैं just चला
But
जाऊँगा.
that's very, I mean, I find it very uncommon, because it's now like a Shakti Pit,
It's
which is
now, right? I'm talking about my childhood. That
it's
how.
feminine, and then men
Yeah,
threatening by,
yeah,
men.
because we'll come to it story by story, that how it is. Here it is how I got introduced to Ma Kamakhya. So I've heard my father also tell my mother many a times that ना बच्चे सुनते नहीं है, तो बच्चों का साइड लेती है, तो मैं कामाख्या चले जाऊंगा. So I used to wonder कि कामाख्या क्या है, पापा क्यों चले जाएंगे वहाँ पर, and so to always wonder. And then as I grew, I understood that Kamakhya is associated to Tantra, and going to Kamakhya is like becoming an Aghori, because in my not even immediate family, but in my distance family, there were few who became Aghori by going to Kamakhya. So I understood that is the meaning. And I always had the picture that when you go to Kamakhya, there'll be all chitta everywhere, and people will be sitting next to the chitta and doing sadhana, and they will be doing some havan, and they'll be invoking all dark energies, and they will be awakening all the spirits and all. All this was my picture as I was growing about Kamakhya. But then when I got into spirituality, as I said, it's a gift that I had, and I was also in the search of what is this gift. And in that, I learned a lot of healing modalities like Reiki and like Akashic records, Mokshpat, and I just kept on learning. I learned Lama Fera and everything. So I'm a grandmaster Lama Fera, I'm a grandmaster Reiki, but I wasn't getting that answer. And one day, these dreams and these intuitions were growing strong, and it was like knocking on the door that you need to understand what is your soul purpose. So I went in Akashic and I did a meditation in Akashic, and I got an answer that I need to worship Ma Kali and I need to do her sadhana. So my Kul Devi is Ma Kali. So I thought maybe that because she's my Kul Devi, I need to worship her, and I need to also do sadhana, which I meant is meditation, because meditation, which is dhyan, is one part of the sadhana, but it's not actually the full sadhana. But I started my journey from there. I started doing dhyan on her, started doing meditation. I got introduced to Guru who were more like an acharya who made me understand what is tantra, what is all the devis and all, and the journey started from there. And then eventually, when you get a call, you go to
Yeah.
Kamakhya. I went to Kamakhya, and my whole picture that was there since childhood, that this is how Kamakhya would be, it is totally different. It is very divine. There is no chitta burning everywhere. It's a huge mandir, and it's not like an normal mandir where you go everywhere and you see. It's completely different. It has a complete different energy, and I love being in Kamakhya. I don't feel like coming back when I go there.
So, what age did this transformation come? Like, what? Of course, I understand that you have been introduced to Kamakhya from your childhood, but then, which age did you actually start visiting and start?
So it doesn't happen, transformation doesn't happen from the visit. The Devi prepares you much in advance. Okay, and then knowing that getting to hear her name was the first introduction,
Right.
right? That there is something called Kamakhya, right? And then I started doing a lot of healing modalities and all. Those were all preparing me
Okay.
to where I am today, and whatever I am doing today is preparing me for tomorrow. So I won't say it starts at a particular age. It's
Right.
all decided by Mahadev and Ma Kali, and Ma Kamakhya is Ma Kali herself, and that's how I was guided to do Ma Kali sadhana. So how do I validate this? Is there is Kalika Puran, in that there is a chapter on Ma Kamakhya. So Kalika Puran talks about all the roops of Ma Kali, and one of the roop is Ma Kamakhya as well. So as per the Varnan which is given in Kalika Puran is that Ma Kamakhya is it in a root form, in the formation form. It is explains that there is a tiger on which Shivji is lying down in a savasana, and from his navi kamal there is a kamal.
Okay.
And on that kamal is Ma Kamakhya sitting with 6 head. So that is how it is described in Kalika Puran. But when you go to the mandir, you will see all these pictures everywhere in the photo form. But when you go inside the main temple, where the Shakti Peeth is, where the Yoni Peeth is, there is no roop.
There is no room.
There is no roop. There is just a ling, or you can say pinned form, which is covered with brass, and there is a constant water flowing, and no architect of the world and the scientists of the world have been able to identify that how this water is coming. So that's why this, because that water is flowing constantly, it's also called Jeevit Peeth.
Okay. Jeevit Pit.
Yeah, and it's also called Yoni Peeth. It's not because the peeth is in the form of a yoni. That's a wrong image that has been given by media. There is nothing like it is in the shape of a yoni, and that's why it's called Yoni Peeth.
Yoni Pit.
It's called Yoni Peeth because if you know the story of Ma Sati, where she did not accept the insults of her husband Shivji, and she, jumped into the yogic Agni to kill herself, right? Because she couldn't accept the insult. And then when Shivji came and he took her body in the hand, and he was walking with a lot of anger and a lot of grief. So there was, when Shivji gets into that state is when the pralay comes in. To stop Shivji, Vishnuji left his Sudarshan Chakra on Ma Sati, and her body pieces were made, and it fell in various places. So it is said that there are more than 300 Shakti Peeth in reality, but we know only 51. And out of that 51, like as I said, the body part fell everywhere. So in Kamakhya, which is in Assam, in a city called Guwahati, there is a mountain which is called Nilachal Parvat. On Nilachal Parvat, the part of the body which fell was the yoni. And that's why it is called Yoni Peeth. It is not because it is in the shape of a yoni. So there are a lot of media and movies that create a wrong image and a perception. And when people just want to, use these platforms to create more reach, so they do all these things. Yeah, so they do all these things, but the reality is not that. So this is what the Yoni Peeth means.
Okay. And I've heard a lot about that, the spring or the water that flows. So does it have itself has any healing modality, like as you would know better?
Yeah, so I won't say it has a healing modality, it has healing powers because it is flowing from a Shakti Peeth constantly. It has a lot of strong energies. So when you go to Kamakhya and when you want to do the darshan, there are 3 things that you carry with you inside the Shakti Peeth. This one is Sindoor, One is brass ka lota. People you will see selling even aluminium, but as per our Sanatana Dharma, aluminium is not
Right.
considered as a natural metal. The first metal that was given to us was copper, and then there's brass. So you take a brass lota and you go and you carry chunri or and flowers with you. So there are three things that you take go with in the mandir. So you offer you don't do anything yourself there.
Right.
There is a dedicated pandit who will be sitting next to the Shakti Peeth. He will do everything. You just have to give it to him. He'll offer the flowers and chunri on your behalf, and the sindoor he will apply some on Devi, and he'll give you back the sindoor. So that sindoor is called Kamya Sindoor, and he will take that lota from you. If you give a plastic bottle, he will not accept it. He'll take that lota from you, fill that, and he'll give it to you. Okay, and that water, when you come back with home, just keep drinking one drop every day. You will not have any health issues, and if you have any existing health issues also, you will start seeing that they are getting better. You're coming over it. And when you talk to about Kamakhya, it's not just that water which is flowing inside.
Right.
There is behind the mandir or on the side of the mandir, there is Sobhagya Kund also.
Okay.
And that what so there is Sobhagya Kund is divided into two. One is Shiv and one is Shakti. So the Shiv Kund is untouched. People don't go and take water from there. They don't have bath in it or all. That water is kept to clean and do giving bath to Ma from that water. Okay, so you will see, but I have seen people throwing food and they throw things. With that's another topic to talk about. But you should not supposed to do that. That is Shiv in which you are throwing kacha. But then let's come back to the original topic that water is for worshipping Ma and cleansing her and everything. It is believed that Ma comes there and she has bath in that kund. Okay, and then now the Shakti part is where whenever you go to Kamakya, you first go there and do your pavitrata over there by sprinkling water on you, and then you do Ganesh Ji ka darshan, and then you go and do take Ma's darshan. This water is also very, very strong.
Okay.
So people, they go and have bath in that. You will see aghori, sadhak, yogis also staying in the water. Some people, they submerge themselves. Some people just stay half in the water and they will do their dhyan, they will do their mantra kriya, or whatever way they have been taught by their guru parpara, they will be doing that. So that is again, like meeting the Devi there and invoking her energy or taking that energy.
So basically, a lot of sadhana, kind of sadhana meditation done in this particular kund also, in the sense
In the
that
kund also you can do, as well as there is a space made to sit there, and you can do so. In even Shiv Puran says that when you sit in any Jyotirling or a Shakti Peeth around water body and you do sadhana or mantra jap, it's more effective. So that is also has been seen. So usually when I go during Ambubachi Mela or other way around also, but during Ambubachi Mela you will see everyone is sitting around the kund and they're sitting and doing their sadhana. So because it has that relevance that you're sitting next to the water body. But in Kamakhya, the Sobhagya Kund water is also very powerful. So when you submerge yourself, you are not only cleansing your external body, but you're also cleansing your internal body, because that tantra is all about cleansing your internal chit and awakening your shakti, and that happens over there. This time when I went to Ambubachi, I in fact saw there was one girl, she was limping and walking. Somebody must have told her about going in the water and submerging herself. She submerged herself in the water and she was there in the water for like almost around 20 minutes to 30 minutes. And when she came out, she was able to walk better. I won't say she has completely healed, but it was better than good. And I had seen, she not came and started telling that, oh, I'm feeling better, I'm walking. This is what I have witnessed, I have seen. So there are people who go to who know this rahasya about the Sobhagya Kund. They go and they fill a bottle of water from the Sobhagya Kund and they take it home. And when every day in their bath they put little water and they have bath, and they have seen lot of healing
Lot of healing.
happens through this water also. But the only problem is, as I said in the second part, is that people go to such powerful places and they create nuisance. I won't blame everyone, but there are both side of people. So there are second side of people who go to these places as a picnic spot and they, make a mess
Right.
there and dirty it. It's like when you go and dirty these places, it's like you're dirtying, no, Shivji
Right.
himself, or you're dirtying Ma Parvati herself, because the kund is also divided as Shiv
Shiv
and
Shiv and
Shakti, right?
Shakti.
And you're dirtying over there. So I think that awareness, that civic sense is yet
Right.
to come. Narendra Modi is our prime minister is also trying to bring that awareness that when you go to any Tirth Yatra, do not dirty the place. I've seen those ads come in the theaters
Right.
before the movie starts and during the interval. But it's a good initiative. I hope this now creates some impact on people
Right.
and brings that change. That change is very important.
Right.
Keeping your thirst. I think it's only in Sanatan Dham that I see that people go to the dharmic places and they dirty it.
Hmm.
You need to be more conscious, and that is what Tantra is about: getting conscious and creating an
I
awareness
think
in
that's
yourself.
happening, and that's happening in a lot of other places where government has taken the initiative. I think it will soon come to that part of the country
Um,
also.
yeah, hopefully looking forward to it that this change happens.
So on a lighter note, like you told in the beginning, the story that people used to threaten their wives, or so. Why is that so? I mean,
Because it's not a threat, but actually it has to happen that there were people who would feel fed up of their life and they are looking for a deeper meaning. Like, I wanted to know why exactly I'm seeing. Maybe they were also getting some knock on their door, and they to get the meaning of it, they would only think of going to a place like Kamakya. So when you are getting into a grast person is the one who can be with the family.
right.
But then when you want to go into a ghor, and there is something called vairagya also, right? So when you take
I'm
vairagya,
listening to this term for the first time.
okay. So grast is a family person. Vairagya is where I leave my family, I leave all the attachments, I leave all the earthly attachments, and I want to surrender myself 100% to Mahadev and to Shakti, and I leave and go. So the place that people could go was to Kamakya, and they would surrender them some. So they had to take permission for their wife and children first, that I am going on this
Something
journey.
like what happens in Jainism when they take.
Yeah, it is totally different than Jainism. It is some part, yes. There is a Jain tantra also, but leaving all the earthy world, and in Jain also happens when they have to pull their hair and all, and they have to give away all their
Right.
wealth and everything. Here you don't give away all your wealth, but you take permission from your wife and children. If you have your parents, you take permission from. So you take permission from all those people who are dependent on you. Once
Right.
they say yes, this then you can go. Those who don't do this, they are making a very big sin, because you're running away from your responsibility, and because of you, your children and your wife is going to suffer. So people used to go away to Kamakya and be there for like 8 years, 9 years, 10 years, 6 years, and till they get that answer what they're looking for
Right.
exactly.
Right.
And they would be there, and then would, after they have achieved what they wanted to achieve by going to Kamakya, they would go back to the family and tell them that this is where I have reached, and I will not be coming back again. This is
Okay.
my last visit, and then they would go back, and they maybe come once in a year, or once in 2 years, or once in 3 years, depending on their inner calling. They would come back to the family just to visit, but they have disconnected all the cords with everyone, and they have moved on.
Moved.
So because it happens, because Bihar and Bengal is very close to Assam,
Right.
so it is very
Common.
much in what to say, in quantity that happens over there, that people do this because people over there, they don't know where they can go.
Right.
But rest of the part of the India or the world, people may not know that they can go here to get their answers.
Correct.
Right? So the people, the people Biharis, they would give threats to their wife that
Right.
I could, because they have seen someone, or like I said, in my not immediate family but my distant family, there have been aghoris, right?
Right.
So we have seen people go to Kamakhya, go to Tarapeeth, and then become a ghori and just being there.
So, in our next topic, like I want to know more about since a lot of people refer to Ma Kamakhya with tantras and magic, and it goes more in the negative side. I mean, if even if I want to probably tell somebody that I want to visit, it would be more saying कि नहीं वहाँ नहीं जाते हैं नहीं करते हैं. I mean, it's slightly difficult. I mean, rather than any other teeth spot where you would go आराम से, this is slightly difficult to convince somebody who is not knowing much about Ma. So, what's this entire mystery about Tantra, and is it as glorified as it's shown in the movies? Of course, I do believe that black magic exists. I do believe that probably it's much more easier also than what it is shown in on TV. So, what is the actually the fact?
See, I'll tell you, the movies are all about mirch masala, and the mirch masala is what enhances the taste in your food, and that's what happens in movie with a lot of dramatization. It creates curiosity in people, and people enjoy watching. So I won't say that all movies are bad, and like if you see some South Indian movies, they come out with a good story which are connected to some devis and devtas, right? So I won't say that all movies are showing wrong, but yeah, the perception that you're talking about are negative. So understand that everywhere there is positive and negative, right? Even your battery cell has a positive and a negative, only
Yeah.
then it works. So where there is white, there is black,
Right.
right? So it's all about your intention. No modality teaches you, or tantra teaches you to harm anyone,
Right.
right? So it's I won't say that it is not there. It is that, as you also said, that I believe that there is a black magic that happens, that exists in this world. Yes, it happens, but tantra does not teach that. Tantra is Shivji's marg,
Okay.
and Shivji as Bhairav taught Ma Parvati as Bhairavi about tantra.
Okay.
Because in Ved, if there was discrimination that only Brahmins can worship,
Right.
only Brahmins can do puja, havan, and yagya, and others can't do it. Only men can sit in puja, women cannot. Women can do all the preparation for the puja, but she did not have the hak of sitting in the puja. So all this was there in Ved, and Shivji said to remember him, you don't need this discrimination.
Right.
So he came with Tantra. He brought the knowledge of Tantra through Ma Parvati to us. He
Right.
gave all the gyan to Ma Parvati. So when
So
Shivji
actually,
has
Tantra's
created,
knowledge has come through Ma Parvati.
from Shivji to Ma Parvati, and from Ma Parvati to us. So Ma Parvati gave it to all the Rishi Munis, and then the Rishi Munis have gone and written all the Purans and all, and through Purans the knowledge has come. So Tantra has 64 different types of Tantra.
Okay.
So Tantra is very, very vast, and every type of Tantra has a different method, different tarika, different prayogs and ways of doing it, but all meet at the end at one, that is knowing your inner Shakti and awakening that Shakti. So when the you get your curiosity level build, when you want to know, like for me it happened that I heard my father say Kamakhya, मन क्या मैं कामाख्या चले जाऊंगा, तो it was a curiosity कि कामाख्या में क्या है. So it starts from that curiosity to know that what it is. Then when I started learning different modalities, I was taking Gyan,
Right.
and then when I visited Kamakhya, I understood what it is, the experience, right? So the curiosity, the knowledge, an experience will help you to transform yourself, because you start, tantra is not about in outward.
Okay.
It's not about the karm kand. Karm kand is that I do that puja part and external rituals. That is karm kand. Tantra is not about just doing external. Tantra is about internal, understanding the energy inside you, awakening that energy, bringing it at the conscious level, bringing it at awareness level, and connecting with Shivji.
Okay.
When will you connect with Shivji? When you have at awareness level. And when I'm saying connecting with Shivji is, as a human being, our sole purpose is moksha.
Okay.
Moksha will happen, you will receive moksha only when you have awakened your inner Shakti and you have brought yourself as an awareness level through experiences, is when you will go to Shiv Dham.
Right.
जितनी भी सफरिंग्स है ना, वो सारी पृथ्वी लोक पर ही है.
Okay.
और वो सफरिंग्स जो धरती लोक पर है ना, वही हमारे कर्मा है. एंड आई विल गेट मोक्ष ओनली व्हेन आई हैव क्लियर्ड माय दोस कर्मास. I've got free of those karma, and that will happen when I will start understanding myself. I start understanding what is my purpose and what I'm supposed to do, and I'm only lean with divine energies. I'm only connected with the divine energy. And no, it's being in tantra doesn't mean I kill something. मैं मारण क्रिया करूँ,
Right.
मैं वशीकरण कर दूँ ना. It's not about that. Tantra purely means understanding yourself and understanding the devta. And the devta is nowhere else. It is inside you only.
So it is more like something for an inner awakening.
Yeah, it's all inner awakening.
It's all
Yeah,
inner
yeah.
awakening.
It's all about inner awakening and transformation.
But why is why is people perception always, people look at agoris and then still they get so scared, or it's not never that you would go to a agori baba and maybe do pranam or just do a namaste. People will just run away far from
Not
them.
necessary you need to come to Kamakhya then. Because what you're talking about is all.
No, I'm just asking in
yeah.
general.
So yeah, so that's what I'm saying. What you're saying,
Ki
when a lot
is
of
it
your,
just a perception that has been created?
that's what I'm saying. All these perceptions come from movies. Okay, that people look at aghoris and they run away.
In fact, for that matter, actually they are like saints, right? I mean, they are doing so much of
No, you can't say saying they're still in the journey, because the saint in tantra is not about show off. It's not about telling everyone that how much shakti I have. When you see me in Kamakhya, when you see in Tarapin, I'm very 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 simple over there, and I'm not going gaga with people around me that मेरी शक्ति के बारे में पता है क्या, मेरे को इतनी शक्ति है. Nobody, people when they look at me they think that यार modern looking girl है क्या, मतलब मैं भी साधारण सी लड़की होगी. But when I'm not doing it because I want to show people that I'm साधारण, or when I'm awakened soul, or I'm in a very high level. I am not at any level, and I have not gone there to also not to show anyone. Whatever I am doing is I am doing to build my connection with Shivji and the Shakti which is present over there. So yeah, coming back to people looking at the external form, because as I said, Tantra has 64 forms, and every form has a different way of worshipping. Like if you see Naga sadhus, they, for them धरती ही मेरा आसन है, और ना गगन ही मेरा वस्त्र है. They that's the mantra that they follow. Because of them they will be completely nude.
right.
Right. And that is what is taught in Naga sadhu's journey in that form of tantra, because it's all about surrender. All this clothing and it's all attachment. You need to get away from all your attachment, because the watch that I am wearing shows me the same time as what you're wearing, irrespective of what brand it is. Right, the same it is whether what clothes I wear. Either it's the whole sole purpose was to cover myself, right, to from any harm that is approaching me.
Right.
It may be the animal or any harm that is approaching. We started covering ourselves to protect ourselves from those harm, and now it's all become brand, that what brand clothes you're wearing, what brand I'm wearing.
Right.
But when you are getting in tantra, all these attachments you need to leave, and you need to surrender yourself completely. So you will see, and शिव जी को सबसे ज्यादा पसंद है भस्म. What
Right.
does a bhasma means? ना, that's everyone's end is bhasma only.
Right.
Right? तो यही हमारा अंत है. And then he puts on his body. So Aghoris also put what, जैसे मेरे देवता वैसे मैं. So they put bhasma on their body. Shivji is Jatadhari.
Right.
So I become Jatadhari, and Jata अपने आप उगती है. कुछ लोग अभी आजकल तो ना ये भी कर एक्सटेंशंस भी लगवाते हैं जटा के. इट्स ऑल दैट इज अनदर थिंग, बट द एक्चुअल घोरी विल बी देयर बिकॉज देर आर सम gurus who will tell that you don't wash your hair with shampoo. These are all chemicals. Just wash with water. So when if you don't comb your hair, don't oil your hair, they're going to turn into jata. They will start sticking to each other and they'll become jata. So Shivji is Jatadhari because he's always in the dhyan.
Right.
And if you see Gautam Buddha, when he started getting into his awakening stage and conscious stage, his hair started curling. So
Right.
they meant that he is coming to a transformation and awakening state, and then he had his whole entire head turned into those round circles, which shows that he is now enlightened.
Okay. So all those people who have curly hair are enlightened people.
I'll say all those people who have curls like me, they're all Shiv Bhakt.
Okay, they are all Shiva.
Just naturally you will see that those who are, and it's not that I'm just joking or something. On a lighter note, I said that, but actually I have seen those who are with curly hairs are more deeper rooted bhakt of Shivji.
Those with curly hairs.
Yeah.
So by this podcast, we should, those people who blame their curly hairs by saying
Oh, I love
कि
my
देखो,
curls.
curls है हम संभाल नहीं सकते. So I think they should know कि curls होना
And you-
actually blessing है.
You will see more Indians with curly hair. Why not others, right?
Right. Yeah, it's a good observation and a new finding actually that you told ki, yeah, it's a fact. I mean, we have seen a lot of pictures of Gautam Buddha with the curly hairs.
No, he has the curl rolled up, which means with his hair rolled up, which means enlightenment. Shivji, and you will see with Jata with the curly hair, and you'll see any form of mana, they are in the curly hair, they are in the wavy hair or the curly hair. So, but it is said the people who have curly hairs are more Shiv devotees.
So, what are what are the secrets or what are the magical secrets of Kamakhya Devi temple? I mean, something that is not there in the out, or probably your experience of magic.
Magic, Kamakhya is not for magic. It's again for transformation. There are people who go because they hear it on the internet that oh you go to Kamakhya and this will happen and that will happen. आपकी लाइफ में ये आपकी सारी लाइफ की जो विशेष है वो पूरी हो जाएगी, या ना ये हो जाएगा वो हो जाएगा. ऐसा कुछ नहीं होगा क्योंकि वहाँ पर हम तो ये सब के लिए जा ही नहीं रहे ना. वहाँ कामाख्या बैठी है माँ कामेश्वरी के रूप में इच्छा पूरी करने की, बिकॉज शी इज इन द मा फॉर्म, शी इज इन द मोस्ट दयालु फॉर्म, बिकॉज द योनि इज देयर itself, right? But Kamakhya is about going there and sitting in the shunya, in that level, at zero level, and forgetting all the noise which is external,
Right.
and going deeper into your silence which is inside you. So it's in your chit which is there. You need to awaken your chit which is inside you. Kamakhya is for that.
So with the, there's an online banter, there's a lot of online conversations happening about feminine power rising cosmically. There's a lot of banter happening about feminine power rising. There's also some kind of, videos I saw about period cycles being missed and all of that happening, and sun being shut down and all of that happening.
Sun
And
being shut down meaning?
there's this unit called CERN, 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 which has shut down, and there's some kind of transformation that is happening. So that's a larger level discussion that's been happening online. But I want to understand that, do you, in your experience, do you think that uh, because suddenly there is an rise of, there's an upliftment of chanting of Ma Kamakya Devi, which probably, as in my understanding, for many years I have not heard about it. I've heard about all other Tirtha Yatra places maybe, but itna ज़्यादा नहीं हमने था, nor we are from that belt. That's a different case. But suddenly, okay, I understand social media is a different medium, but still, do you think there is a cosmic change, or there is a universe, there's a shift that is happening, because of which this entire conversation, or is it related to the divine that, she's been calling more people to her? So what's your...
So I will say it's all started with COVID, because when
Okay.
the COVID came in, people realized that ये भी हो सकता है. This
Okay.
where everyone can die at one time itself massively, right? And if you see that and you observe that after COVID,
Right.
people have become more spiritual,
Right.
people have become more religious,
Okay.
and that's how going to all the mandirs and all started. And I can't say that social media is always negative and always bad, because we are also using a social media
Right.
platform right now to and reaching to so many people with our topic, right? So I can't say social media is always wrong, but the social media created more awareness among people
Right.
about Kamakya and Tarapeeth and other spiritual places. But yes, that calling of Ma Kamakya, why is it happening more? Why people are getting more towards spirituality now? Is we say that Pralay is very close. Like if
Okay.
you see, it's becoming very very hot. It's
Right.
becoming so hot that it's becoming little intolerable, right? When it rains like it's not going to stop. When it is hot, it becomes very very hot, right? So these are all signs of pralay, and to come over it, its only way is surrendering yourself in the feet of divine energy,
Right.
right? Worshipping, connecting with them, doing more bhakti is the only way, only mark from saving yourself from pralay.
So basically, it's like, is it like a mother's calling by saying कि आओ मेरे चरण में, and...
Yes, absolutely. And if you see, there are a lot of people, they want to go to Kamakhya. They want to just go and just get that experience once. And they keep trying, they're making plans, they book their air tickets, they have booked their hotel also to go there. But something would come up and they have to cancel all their plan and they're not able to go only. But there will be some people who has not even thought about it and suddenly has, made their way
Okay.
to Kamakya and they have reached Kamakya and they got their experience and they got their darshan also. So it's all about calling only. Unless Ma doesn't want you to come there, you will never be able to
So
go
it's
there.
all about the calling. I
It's
mean,
all about calling. मेरी जब तक उतनी मुझे अपना उतना लायक समझा ही नहीं है कि मैं वहाँ आ सकती हूँ. मैं कितना भी कोशिश कर लूँगी मैं नहीं आ सकती. तो those who are working hard on themselves to reach, I would say instead of planning, start doing one thing is just keep Ma Kamakya's picture in front of you and light a ghee ka diya every day and tell Ma that you make me to a level where I can come and take your darshan and experience your energy there. And you see how she beautifully makes the way for you there.
because I've also heard about stories where someone mentioned that, she was with some particular people in the same flight, and she said that she entered the temple, but probably the other people could were just standing out and they just could not enter the temple. So have you seen some experiences
Yes,
like
so
that?
I'll tell you when I first time went to Kamakya and I came and so one of my husband's one friend he had called to talk generally, and I was not home because I had gone alone. So when I came back, he wanted to know how was my experience, and also he called me to know. And then he said that he and his wife had gone to Guwahati for some trip, and then they decided they will go to Kamakhya Mandir, and they'll take a darshan. They went to Kamakhya. They went up till the last step of the mandir, and they saw all goats walking all around, and they asked somebody that why the goats are walking around. So the somebody told them about the Bali Pratha over there, and the wife is a Hindu, and she's a vegetarian. So she told her husband that I don't want to go and take a darshan of a Devi who takes Bali. And
Right.
she just walked off from there, and she didn't take the darshan. She's still holding that perception that Bali wale mandir mein to mujhe jana nahi hai. It's because her calling was not there.
Right.
She could come till the last step
Right.
of the mandir, and she backed off from such a big Shakti Peeth. She just backed off with a misconception कि बलि वाले जगह पे तो मुझे बलि तो हर जगह होती है ना, हम सात्विक में भी बलि देते हैं,
Right.
फ्रूट्स की बलि देते हैं, वेजिटेबल्स की बलि देते हैं, राइट. तो वहां पे भी तो बलि हो ही रही है. ऐसा नहीं कि बलि का मतलब नहीं होता है कि किसी को ना काटना है. वो हमारे जो अंदर की जो नेगेटिविटी है ना उनको काट रहे हैं. लेकिन ये कौलाचार, देयर इज अ 7 तरह के चार होते तरीके होते हैं, अलग अलग तरीके होते हैं. उसमें से एक तरीका है कौलाचार, वो उसमें बलि प्रथा है.
Okay.
तो वो उस और कामाख्या में कौलाचार ही चलता है, इसके लिए वहां पर बलि होती है. और माँ काली ही है वो, जैसे आई टोल्ड यू इन द बिगनिंग दैट काली का पुराण में माँ कामाख्या इज वन फॉर्म ऑफ माँ काली, राइट. सो इट्स शी वाज नॉट डेस्टिन्ड टू गो, so she couldn't meet her. Recently, when I had gone to Kamakhya, I was doing my parikrama, and there was I received a call from my brother, and he kept calling, so I had to answer, knowing to understand that what is the urgency he's calling. And spoke to him, and I just finished talking to him. One lady came and stood next to me, एंड शी आस्क्ड मी कि आपका दर्शन हो गया. तो इसे हाँ मेरे दर्शन हो गए. तो शी सेइंग मेरे तो दर्शन ही नहीं हो रहे हैं, क्योंकि बिकॉज नाउ इन कामाख्या दे हैव स्टार्टेड विद एन ऑनलाइन टिकट फॉर वीआईपी दर्शन, and general queue is very very difficult during Ambubachi Mela to go and get darshan. So VIP brings some relief in your wait time and all. So she's saying कि मुझे कुछ समझ में ही नहीं आ रहा, मेरा दर्शन ही नहीं हुआ. तो आई डोंट वरी, यहाँ तक आ गए हो ना तो दर्शन भी हो जाएगा. आप सिर्फ माँ पे भरोसा रखो, माँ से प्रार्थना करो, आपका दर्शन हो जाएगा. So then I just asked her कि from where you have come. So she's saying I am from Kashmir. She's saying I have traveled 4 days by train and I have come over here, and I do not have so much money that I can stay in a hotel over here, because during Ambubachi Mela the hotels are very very expensive over there. She's like I don't have that affordability that I can stay in a hotel. So in the outside mandir premises, there are in 2 spots that are public place where you can go for your cleansing work. So she's like I use that, and after and full day I'm in the mandir. Once the mandir shuts, I go and sit outside the mandir till the mandir opens. Then I was wondering that you just look at people's devotion. She's traveled 4 days. She has come, and poor lady has not been able to get the darshan. So I went on my parikrama and I prayed to Ma Kamakhya that please help her get your darshan, give her the way that how she can get your darshan. Next day when I was doing my parikrama again, I saw her standing where Ma Kamakhya Swaroop is there, and then there is a kund, there is a steps. She was standing there, and she was standing with her hands joined. So I just went to her and asked her, "Okay, darshan ho gaye?" She's like, "हाँ सुबह में हो गए." So I was feeling so good, that जिसके नसीब में लिखा होगा ना दर्शन, माँ किसी ना किसी को जरिया बना के दर्शन करा. तो हो सकता है मैंने वो एक प्रार्थना की, उनके दर्शन हो गए, राइट. और वहीं पे वो एक थे वो जो लास्ट स्टेप तक जाके आए, उनमें वो क्षमता थी दर्शन करने की. पैसे का भी इशू नहीं था, पर उन्होंने दर्शन नहीं किया क्योंकि उनका वो टाइम ही नहीं आया था दर्शन करने का.
So yeah, so like we were talking about Vaishno Devi versus Mahakamakya Devi. In the normal middle class or normal families, they would anything that happens in the house, something they would say कि चलो वैष्णो देवी जाके आते हैं. I've not in my lifetime heard कि Mahakamakya Devi घूम के आते. So is it because the energies are too high, और पीपल आर स्कैर्ड टू टेक देयर चिल्ड्रन, या फिर कोई अवेयरनेस ही नहीं है उस चीज़ की, या फिर लेके ही नहीं जा सकते।
ओके, सो वैष्णो देवी और कामाख्या दोनों भी शक्तिपीठ है।
ओके।
ठीक है, तो वैष्णो देवी भी जाना चाहिए, कामाख्या भी जाना चाहिए। 51 शक्तिपीठ ना हमारे जानने वाले हैं, उसमें से मैं 11 शक्तिपीठ में जा चुकी हूँ। मैं वैष्णो देवी भी जा चुकी हूँ, और हर शक्तिपीठ की अलग एनर्जी, अलग ऊर्जा, अलग एक्सपीरियंस है। और आप जो बोल रहे हैं कि ना लोग बच्चों के साथ जा नहीं सकते, जा सकते हैं, तो परसेप्शन बहुत चेंज हो चुका है लोगों का।
ओके।
वहाँ पर नवजात शिशु को लेकर भी लोग आते हैं, प्रेगनेंसी में भी लोग आते हैं वहाँ पर।
Right.
तो ऐसा कुछ नहीं है कि बच्चों को लेके नहीं जा सकते, ले जा सकते हैं। माँ के रूप में वहाँ पर बैठी है माँ कामाख्या, तो क्यों नहीं जा सकते। हाँ, उनकी एनर्जी बहुत ही हाई है, और हर कोई उस एनर्जी के लायक है नहीं है, वो माँ ही जानती है, वो मैं तो नहीं बोल सकती हूँ। बट यस, गोइंग टू कामाख्या इज नॉट something to get scared of.
Right.
When you go to Kamakya, just keep your focus that I have come here to do darshan, not to get attracted with, because मैंने बोला कि हर तरह के लोग हर जगह पे होते, हो सकता है जो दिख रहा है अघोरी वो अघोरी हो नहीं,
Right.
जो दिख रहा है साधक वो शायद साधक हो नहीं, पता नहीं। तो वाई गेट इन टू इट कि ना, मैंने देखा है लोग ना चलते चलते पूछते हैं कि ना मेरी बीवी मुझे छोड़ के चली गई है, वो वापस लाने के लिए आप कुछ कर सकते हो। वो बंदा सच में आपको हेल्प कर सकता नहीं है। तो इतनी बड़ी देवी वहां पर शक्ति रूप में बैठी है, आप उनको नहीं पूछ के कोई एक साधारण से आदमी को जो बैठा है वहां पे साधना कर रहा है, उनको जाके आप पूछ रहे हो कि मेरी बीवी वापस आएगी कि नहीं आएगी, और आप कुछ कर सकते हो। माँ के पास जाओ, माँ को बोलो। माँ कामाख्या इतनी पावरफुल है कि जितनी भी शक्तियां ना सब उनके सामने झुकती है। कामाख्या मंदिर के मंदिर का जो स्ट्रक्चर है, उसमें 64 योगिनी 64 योगिनियों की मूर्तियां बनी हुई है, वो सब भी माँ की वर्शिप कर रही हैं। अब मंदिर के अंदर जाओगे, वहां पर भी भैरव और देवियों की मूर्ति बनी हुई है, वो सब माँ के सामने ना अपने आप को समर्पण करके रखे हैं। और जब अम्बुबाची मेला आता है, तो कहा गया है कि जितनी भी शक्तियां हैं वो सब कामाख्या आ जाती है, उन सब की शक्ति उधर हो जाती है। इसलिए अम्बुबाची मेला में साधक अघोरी योगी जाते हैं, ताकि हम हमारी शक्तियों को बढ़ाएं, हमारी इनर शक्तियों की जो आंसर्स हम ढूंढ रहे हैं वो हमें जल्दी मिले। ठीक है, तो वैष्णो देवी भी जाना चाहिए मैं कहूँगी, और कामाख्या भी जाना चाहिए, और हो सके तो सारे शक्तिपीठ जाना चाहिए। हर शक्तिपीठ का अपना अलग अलग अनुभव है, अलग अलग चीज़ें अपने बारे में समझ में आती हैं। बिकॉज एवरी टाइम आई गो टू कामाख्या एंड आई कम बैक, देयर इज समथिंग दैट हैज़ ट्रांसफॉर्म्ड, देयर इज समथिंग दैट हैज़ चेंज इन मी, एंड व्हेन आई हैव returned home, that I see, and I'm sure that everyone experiences that when they go there. Ambubachi Mela this year received around 70 lakhs registered visitors, and I have seen newborn babies also visiting. वहाँ पे मुंडन भी होता है।
अच्छा।
मंदिर के पीछे एक जगह है, वहाँ पर कुंड में नहलाते हैं, उसके बाद वहाँ पर जाके मुंडन करवाते हैं, फिर कुंड पिलाते हैं, वहाँ पर रिचुअल होती है। तो वहाँ पे मुंडन भी होता है। ऐसा कुछ नहीं है कि ना नहीं दूसरी शक्तिपीठ में या पूजा स्थल में जो होता है वो यहाँ कामाख्या में नहीं, तो वो सब कुछ होता है। लेकिन कामाख्या बहुत ही डिफरेंट है हर दूसरे शक्तिपीठों से। और आप, मैंने जैसे बताया कि मैं 11 शक्तिपीठ गई हूँ, तो आप जो शक्तिपीठ जाते हो ना, वो शक्तिपीठ की जो देवी है वही देवी का वास होता है वहाँ पर, राइट। लेकिन कामाख्या एक ऐसी ना, वहाँ पे पूरी 10 महाविद्याओं की मंदिर है। 3 तो कामाख्या मेन जो गर्भगृह है वहाँ पर ही है, लेकिन और भी वहाँ पे माँ बगलामुखी का मंदिर है, तारापीठ है, तारा माँ का मंदिर है, माँ काली का है, माँ भैरवी है, माँ राजराजेश्वरी है, माँ भुवनेश्वरी, सारी देवियाँ हैं वहाँ पे। शिव जी का भी मंदिर है, कोटि लिंग करके उनका नाम है। और जितनी भी शक्तिपीठ है, जब उनके अलग अलग जगह पर बॉडी पार्ट्स हुए हैं, तो शिव जी ने अपना एक एक भैरव रूप बनाया, और हर शक्तिपीठ की रक्षा करने के लिए उन्होंने अपना फॉर्म लिया, और वो हर शक्तिपीठ के अपने अपने फॉर्म में वो वहाँ पे रक्षा कर रहे हैं। तो कामाख्या आप जाते हो और आप भैरव का दर्शन नहीं करते हो तो आपके कामाख्या का दर्शन इनकम्प्लीट हो जाता है। तो माँ कामाख्या के भैरव है उमानंदनाथ, जो ब्रह्मपुत्र नदी पे पड़ता है, एक आइलैंड में पड़ता है। वहाँ से एक ना लोकल गवर्नमेंट शिप ले सकते हैं, और या तो प्राइवेट्स भी आ गए हैं, आप वो लेके जाओ वहाँ पर। वो वहाँ की एनर्जी भी दूसरी लेवल की है, वहाँ का अनुभव भी अलग है। लेकिन वहाँ पे जाके दर्शन करो तब आपके कामाख्या के दर्शन होते हैं। बहुत से लोग हाँ कंप्लीट होते हैं। तो बहुत से लोग क्या सोचते हैं कि हम मैं तो कामाख्या चले गई, मेरा दर्शन पूरा होगा, फिर घर आके बोलते मेरी विश पूरी नहीं हुई, या मेरा काम नहीं हुआ, मुझे कोई ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन फील नहीं हुआ, कोई चेंज फील नहीं हुआ, क्योंकि आपने वो इनकम्प्लीट कर दिया। वैष्णो देवी जाते तो वहां पर भी वैसा है, एक पहाड़ पे माँ वैष्णो देवी, एक पहाड़ पे भैरव है। वहां पे जाके आप दर्शन करोगे तभी आप वैष्णो देवी के दर्शन पूरे होंगे। वैसे सब जगह पर है। तो इसका भी मतलब है कि सारी शक्तियां
सो आई ऑल्सो डिडंट नो दिस। तो आपके ये भी बहुत नया मुझे पता चला कि एवरी शक्तिपीठ हैज देयर ओन गाइडेड भैरव. So basically, when you go to any Shaktipeeth, you have to do darshan of them.
Bhairav. After you have visited Ma, you have to go to Bhairav also and do the darshan.
Right. And we were also talking about those pictures outside the temple. So those are
of yoginis. There are 64 yoginis. They are all there. So when you go to Kamakhya Mandir, you will see people putting sindoor on all the feet and the face of the murtis, which are engraved on the external interiors of the exterior of the mandir. And they just do it because somebody has done it, so they are doing. But they are actually putting sindoor on all the yoginis which are there.
So I wanted to ask you this only, that I was coming to that how important is the sindoor? Like for example, गणपति के लिए मोदक है या किसी और भगवान के लिए कोई स्पेशल चीज होती है, तो इनके लिए सिंदूर कितना इम्पोर्टेंट है, और अदरवाइज भी कैरी बैक करना सिंदूर कितना इम्पोर्टेंट है?
जैसे मैंने आपको बताया था हमारे क्वेश्चन में कि हमें 3 चीज़ लेके जाना होता है, उसमें से सिंदूर है। तो जो देवी को टच करके देते हैं, तो माँ कामाख्या का बिलीव ये है कि हर 12 महीने पे जो जून महीना है उसमें माँ कामाख्या को पीरियड्स आते हैं, जिसको हम बोलते हैं माँ रजस्वला होती हैं। तो वो उनका मंथली साइकिल, उनको ईयरली साइकिल होते हैं। तो जो वो वाटर फाउंटेन, जो स्ट्रीम है जो पीठ से बह रहा है, वो लाल हो जाता है। मतलब माँ को पीरियड्स आ रहे हैं और वो टाइम पर माँ विश्राम में चले जाती हैं और उनके ऊपर ना सब कपड़े रख दिए जाते हैं और मंदिर का पट बंद हो जाता है 3 दिन के लिए। चौथे दिन पर पट खुलता है और माँ का सब वो पानी जो होता है वो कलेक्ट किया जाता है। वो जो कपड़े होते हैं वो कलेक्ट किए जाते हैं। वो पानी जिससे भी मिलता है ना उसका उद्धार हो जाता है, क्योंकि वो माँ का पानी है, इतना स्ट्रॉन्ग पानी है, राइट। और जो वो कपड़ा है ना, उसका कपड़े का धागा भी अगर आपको मिल गया तो आपकी लाइफ कंप्लीटली चेंज हो जाएगी, ट्रांसफॉर्म हो जाती है। तो वो एनर्जी, वो पावर है उस जगह की। और जो ये जो पानी है जो लाल हो गया ना, वही सिंदूर है।
अच्छा, वही सिंदूर।
हाँ, तो जब आप सिंदूर वहाँ पर टच करा के, जब साल के कोई भी टाइम पर आप जाते हो, वो सिंदूर टच करा के जो आपको दिया जाता है, वो सिंदूर आप लेके जाओ घर पर। आप कोई अच्छे काम के लिए जा रहे हो, उसका तिलक करके जाओ, तो आपका काम बनेगा ही।
ओके।
और जो नेगेटिविटी जो हम थर्ड आई पे लगा रहे हैं, मतलब मेरा थर्ड आई के थ्रू जो मैं नेगेटिविटी अट्रैक्ट कर सकती हूँ, उसको मैं ब्लॉक कर रही हूँ। नेगेटिव एनर्जी मुझ में नहीं आएगी, नेगेटिव ऊर्जा नहीं आएगी मुझ में, और मेरा प्रभाव बढ़ेगा, मेरा अट्रैक्शन बढ़ेगा। लोग मेरे से अट्रैक्ट होंगे उससे, और मेरे काम भी बनेंगे।
सो what is your take away from, मतलब till now your experience from whatever life में आपने जो experience किया है? Like मैं तो अभी फ़िलहाल मेरे पॉडकास्ट के थ्रू ये एक्सपीरियंस कर रही हूँ कि मेरे दिमाग में जो भी क्वेश्चंस आ रहे हैं वो उनके आंसर्स आप दे रहे हो। तो आई फील दैट it's truly something magical, and maybe it's guided. I mean, she wants me to do this because maybe she wants me to become a medium, so that I ask you questions and understanding about her comes out.
And
You
then your
know,
calling will come.
maybe my calling will also
Yeah,
come.
this all starts with the curiosity, as I said,
Yeah,
right?
because I recently had I was not well, so there was some jap done for me recently of Mahamrityunjay. So maybe from that the journey has started, and there has been some more interest in going to certain places like Kashi. I've been seeing a lot of those kind of things, and I never knew much about it, but there has been certain interest developed that okay, chalo jaake aate hain. So maybe this is all related.
Yes, it
So
is.
yeah, so
जहाँ शिव है वहाँ शक्ति है, जहाँ
yeah,
शक्ति है वहाँ शिव
right.
है.
So my experience through this podcast is that I truly feel that this is something divine, and I don't expect anything out of this podcast actually, but I am very happy to do this conversation, have this moment with you, and do this. It is more, I think, now as we have done the conversation, it become more than of course more than a podcast. Yeah, so like I said, I just wanted to know what is your takeaway from these entire experience that you have had till today. Obviously, I understand that that experience is not going to get over, but what is your entire takeaway from this experience?
I'm still experiencing it. So it's very, every time, as I said, it's a change or a transformation that happens. There is a pull that is there, and I don't go there to gather experience. Experience, to be frank, I just go there so that I connect with the Shakti which is there, and I don't want to understand what is happening around, what people are doing. I just want to sit there, do my sadhana, do my job, and just be be in that surrender mode over there. And whatever mom wants to give the experience, I want to keep taking those transformation, those changes. So yeah, whenever I go to Kamakya, I make sure that I do my Kamakya's darshan surely for inside, and I do some sadhana at the kund. Then there is a bali ghar where the bali happens in the daytime, and by uh, I think that 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock is the last bali that happens, and after that they start cleaning the place. And then in the evening, I like to go there and sit and do sadhana over there. Then going there and doing parikrama is my fixed ritual, because Kamakya is ka entire rest, the entire energy is in that parikrama. So my one visit when I did, I stayed there for 5 days, and in 5 days I didn't do anything, but I just kept doing parikrama morning to night. Uh, the entire time that I was there in the
How big
mandir.
is this parikrama? Like,
To complete one parikrama takes me around 2 minutes.
okay, okay.
Okay, then sometimes it becomes 15 minutes, because there is Ma Kamakya Swaroop door. So there is a space for VIP and a general line also to go. So they put the shutter, they close the door from both the side on that part where that Bali Ghar is, so that general queue and the VIP queue start going inside the Gravagra. So then that wait time increases your parikrama time.
Okay.
And I actually am giving you an estimate, that is a time. I have never seen how much time it has taken.
Right.
I have never counted how many parikrama I have done. I just keep on doing. I just go by the flow of whatever guidance I get.
I've also heard there's a place called Mayong.
Ah, yeah, very nice. Yeah, so with Kamakya, there is also a belief that Assam was female dominant, like you were saying, that it's all becoming feminine, and feminine
Assam is usually
energy.
female dominated,
Yeah, so
yes.
it's all, it's not only Assam, the entire world was female dominant. And then the men started feeling insecure. But Assam was purely a female dominant state, and men never did anything. The men didn't have any rights to do puja or anything. Now, also in Ambuvachi, when the goddess is first touched by a girl who's below the age of 9, and she does all the cleaning and shingar, cleaning of the Devi, and then the Ardhanarish roop mein jo bhi hoga, that goes and does all the Shingar from Devi. So still the Assam has that traces of female dominancy and female energy over there. So the men were feeling insecure that what about us? So there was one place that was created, one gaon was created called Mayong, where they were given the rights to sit and do sadhana and whatever they wanted to do. So they started doing all their tantra prayogs and everything. So the Mayong was created on basis of that. Today it is it's a village for Aghor Kriyas. And Kamakhya follows Kolachar and the Bali happens over there. But Mayong till date follows Narbali. Along with the Pashupashi Bali, Narbali also happens in Mayong till
So
a date.
what is Narbali exactly?
Okay, so Narbali is human's Bali.
Human Bali.
Yes. So, it is a very, if you want to see those the curiosity level questions you have about tantra or the negative side, you can get those stresses in Mayong.
Okay.
So that's why I said where there is good, there is bad. Where there is bad, there is good. I won't say Mayong is completely dark and completely black, but you will get the thorough experience of both. But the actual Mayong you will never be able to reach. You will reach a superficial Mayong, but the deeper and the exact Mayong location you will not be able to reach. But it's worth a place to visit to get an experience, to understand your curiosity and experience your curiosity. Now I see that fear on your face. So you go to Kamakhya and just do Ma Kamakhya's darshan and go to Umananda and go to Umananda Nath.
I have experienced my own like from whatever you told itself, and I've seen everything. I've experienced Bali also. So
Yeah, but then Kamakhya is the only Shakti Peeth where you will see Bali happening openly. So when you go, you will be open to it because it is way of life. It's not something
yeah,
different.
because I have visited the Kali temple in Bengal, in Kolkata actually many times. Calcutta people itself are ऐसे कि हमने तो बहुत 25-30 साल से नहीं जाए वहाँ गए हैं वहाँ पे, क्योंकि वहाँ बहुत बलि होता है, हमको नहीं देखा जाता है. सैटरडे टू सैटरडे आई थिंक काली टेम्पल में बलि होता है.
I don't know. I've been to Ma Kali Mandir in Calcutta around 20 years back when I had got married, because I went on a honeymoon on that belt, on that 8 sisters. So I did 5 sisters, those 5 states. And see, that time my calling was not there. I was in Guwahati, but I did not go to Kamakhya. I've heard about Kamakhya, but I didn't know that Kamakhya is actually over here. So that time my calling was not there because I was not prepared. When I got prepared, I went and I've been going. I go alternate months to Kamakhya now. I've come to that level. So, like if you go, like talking about Calcutta, so Bihar, Calcutta, Orissa, Assam, all that side of belt follows Ma Kali as their Kul Devis. And when there is Kali, there is Bali. So the Bali Pratha happens in that entire belt. Now it's not that everyone don't want to go to Kali Mandir. There are people like I follow Bali Pratha also, right? But I can't see the Bali happening.
Okay.
I do the sankalp. The Pandit will take the goat and he will do the sacrifice and he will come back. So it's all about your calling. What is
So, like
what
you
is
said
accepted
that
you.
you follow the Bali Pratha. So, what is the exact mechanism? Like in Sanatan Dharam, as such, though, I don't think so. There is anything which justifies Bali. But then I also understand that Bali is somewhere associated with Ma Kali. There is some kind of association. So, if somebody like you saying कि I follow the Bali Pratha, so what is your motive or agenda or?
There is nothing like motive and agenda in that. And you said Sanatan Dharma does not validate it. It's wrong, I would say. Because have you read Durga Saptashi?
Yeah, that's what I said.
Yeah.
That
No, I'm just, my question is, have you read
Yeah.
Durga Saptashi? Durga Saptashi itself is Tantra. It has 700 shloks in that. There are 13 adhyas and every adhyaya has 40 Tantra Devis name in it. And the 12th adhyay, when it says Devi Uvach, means Devi is saying, and in that Devi is saying, मुझे प्रसन्न करने के लिए आप क्या कर सकते हो? पूजा, हवन, बलि.
Okay.
तो देवी herself is saying in दुर्गा सप्तशी that तुमको खुश करने के लिए बलि करना होता. तो बलि आप कौन सी बलि कर रहे हो वो आपके ऊपर है, राइट? मैं मेरे अहम का बलि करूं,
Right.
like I kill all my egos in the form of a sacrifice, in form of bali, or I do an external, because see, in Sanatanam there are two ways of worshiping. There's internal worship and there is an external worship, which I do it ritualistically. I put everything in front and do it, or I do it internally. So I can do both balis, like in internal also, and I do external, and I choose which marg I want to use. I want to use Satvik marg, which is Vishnu marg, where I do bali of fruit and vegetables. And when you're doing the bali, don't see that I'm cutting that fruit, I'm cutting that pashu pakshi. It is, I am killing one part of my ego, one part of my negativity. और जिसकी बलि होती है ना, वो बोलते हैं वो बलि के बाद उसका योनि में ह्यूमन योनि में उसका जन्म होता है. और हमारा सोल पर्पस ही है ना कि हम कोई भी रूप में पैदा हुए हैं, whether it is animal, bird, plant, or a shrubs, or a stone, or rock, or crystal. My end soul journey is in the human form, because that's the last form that a soul is going to take. Because once I clear all my karmas, I am going to be liberated.
Right.
I will reach moksha dwar, and I'll be in Shivlok.
Right.
Right? So it's your way of looking at it. Maybe you not from that culture, so maybe you don't have that understanding, so you feel like that. But it's okay. If you see, if I start looking at it, I will not be able to eat anything, because
Right.
when I'm cutting plants, they also have life. There has been therapy done, or science, what it says, reasoning has been done on a cabbage, where two cabbage has been kept. One cabbage has been given all positive emotions, and one cabbage has been given all negative emotions.
Right.
And when you eat the cabbage of the positive emotions, you see those positivity in you. And when you're eating the cabbage of that negative emotion, you feel those negative emotions in you. That itself shows that the vegetable also have life in it.
Right.
Right? Then I will not be able to eat anything.
True.
Right? So instead of thinking that way, you need to look at it in another way, that it is the way.
Right.
और शिव जी कहते हैं ना, अघोर भ्यो घोर भ्यो, मतलब there is nothing like good, there is nothing like bad, everything is same for him. That's why you will see the true sadhak can sit anywhere and do sadhana. Is it necessary to go to Kamakhya and then awaken your inner energy, come to consciousness and awareness? Answer is no. You can sit at your home also, and you can awaken on the inner Shakti and reach the awareness level. But when you go to such places, it becomes a little easy.
Easier. So, if we have to wrap this up and we need to end this, yeah, it's more about sadhana, like you already said. So, even I just want to close this by understanding that, do you think, what's the easiest way? Like you just mentioned, but what's the easiest way? Or
Easiest way is to surrender yourself in the feet of Mahakal, I'll say Mahadev, and Mahashakti, whoever you feel the more calling towards. Just light the diya in their name. Sit there in front of that diya, close your eyes, and try to make all the sound around you, unheard, and listen to your own heartbeat. Start from there, slowly start listening to your inner self. And that is a small way, first step, but it's a great way to do it.
and how can people connect with you?
Okay, so it's very easy. They can connect with me through Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, LinkedIn, and even Google. I am there in the name of Aura Connection, and they can connect with me from there. My WhatsApp number has been registered over there. I have a WhatsApp community where I connect with people and share simple rituals and remedies that they can follow at their end. So that can be done.
So, all those of you who want to connect with her, I'll put the link. I have put the link below, and I think you should, if you liked my content and if you liked whatever she said, to bring more people like this and to bring her back also. I think I should get more views if you share this video with a lot of other people also. I think we'll be able to call her again, and maybe
Sure.
then she will be able to talk to us about lot of other lot of other things that she does in a lot of miraculous way, which I've already encountered. So yes, please like, share, follow, subscribe, and share this video so that there's a lot of love for our inner talks come back also. So thank you, ma'am. Thank you
Thank
for
you so much.
coming, and thank you for this divine episode that we shot today. Thank you very
Thank you
much.
so much. Jai Ma Kamakya, Jai Shri Mahakal.
Thank you.